I think a good test of our practice is asking ourselves, to what extent do we know not sure? So like, we might know about not sure in certain areas, but we might not know about not sure in other areas. Certain things we'll speak with utter certainty about, but those things are not sure as well. So we have to be careful. And wherever we think there's certainty around things, say, for example, what's happening in the world, we might feel very sure about certain things. So we only know not sure to that extent. Yeah. That's the limit of our not sure knowledge currently. So wherever that dividing line is, wherever we feel sure, that's up to what we know not sure about. So testing ourselves, being able to apply not sure. And then something interesting happens, like I like to see children sometimes, and there's that openness or that fluidity of their life and their viewpoints. And then when we grow up, something happens where things become more solid and seemingly real. It's actually just as unreal as it always was, and it's always just as unsure as it always was. But there's a mental factor which is always seeking certainty, whether it's through developing views and opinions which will allow us to be the most socially accepted, or whether it's having everything lined out on our Google Calendar, then it's that seeking of certainty. So to be able to come back to the body and see what's the feeling right now in the body, and the thoughts are just the thoughts, and not sure. So coming back to that sense of not sure, and that sense of childlike openness can be very valuable. We call it Zen mind, beginner's mind, and then we might also be someone who's very open, but then eventually we start to feel like we've maybe put the pieces together, and then we feel, okay, now I know what's happening. And then we get closed again, and then that not sure isn't getting in there again. So it's like that teaching of constantly emptying the cup, constantly coming back to that sense of openness, constantly coming back to not sure. So that's with not sure too, then it becomes possible to be compassionate, be kind. All these dhammas become possible. It becomes easier to be mindful, easier to be harmonious with others, easier to have a mind like water, which is able to flow into any situation without conflict, with that sense of not sure. So I'll leave that for reflection today.